Hello and welcome, everyone. We've got an amazing session. I was just chatting with Dawn Crystal. She's on fire today, and it's a very special day because we're going to be working with people in the audience to move the energy to support you. And one of the things I wrote in the email today that kind of really landed with me was, how do we actually reinvigorate our life and, look our best, feel our best, be in our best, but also let go of the body, spirit, and money blockages. And the interesting thing about what we're going to talk about today is we're going to cut in to all of these areas very much through the body, because the very thing that could be holding your body back from feeling that invigoration, feeling that vibrance, feeling that alignment, feeling that ability to stay young at heart or even young in body, well, these things also affect our money. It's gone are the times, right, that we can be in deep, wrenching pain or emotionally in turmoil and have abundance. I don't know if we've ever been able to do that. It just doesn't work, right? We are going to balance everything, and this is what we're going to look at today. And, Dawn uses sound and frequency to essentially break up the density in our body. The thing that every energy healer will tell you is that stuck emotion is dense energy. It's not moving. It's stagnant. It's there. It's lingering. It's acting almost like a blockage on a line that's trying to get something, information, water, energy current through. That blockage of stuck emotion belief system keeps you from doing that. Dawn breaks this up with very high vibration, angelic frequency sounds, and we're going to be doing that today. So go ahead and press star 2 on your phone. It's a great time to get help and to feel your best, and also reinvigorate your life, spirit, body, and money today with Dawn Crystal. And Dawn Crystal is an internationally recognized voice sound healer. She's a direct channel to God, the Creator. She's a medical intuitive, a respective intuitive life coach, a soul reader, and also a pain release expert. So this could go into any direction, everyone here today. If you are having discomfort, call in, press star 2. Dawn's also known as a leading transformational expert, incorporating ancient wisdom with modern-day success. She's also a best-selling author of 6 books, and she is passionate about helping people clear the emotional and physical blockages so they can manifest from their higher selves, step into their full potential, and lead their lives and businesses in a way that align them effectively to their soul's purpose. She helps her clients to release themselves quickly from pain at quantum levels, emotional and physical, and she is an active mentor to people, entrepreneurs, CEOs, celebrities, helping everyone. Dawn has an amazing story as well, transforming her life. You're going to hear a little bit about that, but she also is going to be taking your questions. She's on teleseminars, podcasts, radio shows, and she's been offering a bi-weekly program partnering with Learning Strategies, who we love, called Soul Healing Silent Clearings. She lives on peaceful Maui and has some adorable animal companions, and I have it with firsthand knowledge that it's a special day for one of the animal companions. So this is going to be a little bit of a celebration. All right, I want to share a few of the stories. One person, Sandy, I talked about stagnant energy, right? Here's what Sandy said, quote, "I was able to clear and shift stagnant energy that was hindering areas of my life for over 10 years. Dawn helped me break up and shift blocked energy that kept me stagnant in certain areas of my life for 10 years. Less than 2 months working with Dawn, my life has transformed with ease and grace. Dawn is a gifted healer." Another person said, "My face is glowing. My sugar cravings are gone," says Jana. She says, "I couldn't stop going on and on about it." And she said, "I absolutely had no idea that I had been listening to your MP3. I noticed my sugar cravings reduced. The other thing that happened was while listening to your MP3s, my hair, skin, nails, I felt tingling on my scalp like little bitty ants, friendlily crawling on my head. Not a joke, my hair is thicker, shinier, this too, just after listening to your MP3 once." Another person, "Skin is softer, rough patch on my chin, skin gone. Nails are finally growing." Another person, "I restored my energy that had been drained from me using Dawn's work." Another person, "I finally started losing weight, 4 pounds in 2 days," says Jana Boer. So we're going to jump in, find out what's going on with the bodies and a lot more. Dawn, welcome back to Youth Revolution.
I love it. Aloha, Darius. I just love everything. You just make me laugh every time I get on here because you just flow with it. And I just want to say thank you for having me back, Darius. I just love you and everybody here. I'm just humbly grateful as always. So thank you so much for that introduction, Darius, and everybody. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful for you being here today. I'm really excited about today's call as well.
Yeah, I love it. Well, we're going to be helping the bodies today and helping the souls out there. A little bit about what you do. I mean, I shared that your higher frequency sound healing, the energetics you're bringing forward, it's kind of like it's breaking up these dense areas. How do you describe it? What would you share for people about that?
Yeah, well, you explained it very well, because I just sometimes I have trouble kind of talking about it, even though I do the work all the time. And basically it's really, really aligning ourselves to our highest version of ourselves, which is really clearing out the heavy, dense sludge, you might call it. I call it sludge, really. It is definitely, Darius, our emotions, our belief systems.
Yeah.
But I do I have to say that I know my work, and I've been doing this over 25 years. I do a lot of DNA, genetic, I like to call it DNA upgrading, genetic codes and stuff too, because, I think we're a byproduct of not just all our past lifetimes and our experiences in this lifetime, Darius, but I also know that, because I've been doing the work on myself, I can actually say I'm a healer who actually really works on myself, everybody. I'm not book taught. I've been doing a lot of work, just working on my ancestral, my inherited stuff that I actually didn't even know I was holding within myself that was holding me back. So, that is also in my work. It's not just here and now in our belief systems in this lifetime. It's also our family. Of course we take on our mom and dad's beliefs and how we were brought up. That's all part of our existence. But I really do know that our DNA, just our ancestral epigenetics and our DNA coding and everything like that from our ancestors does play a part of us on some level. So I could say I could thoroughly clear, not just here in this present moment, but I also have the ability to go deeper. And that's really why I think people, and I'm very humble about my work, Darius. I'm not my ego. I'm very humble when I can really shift people in seconds, in moments, because I just know how to kind of, I like to call it the sludge or the heavy energy. And some of it's conscious and a lot of it is not conscious, Okay. We just don't know why we're feeling this way and why we're not creating money like you were just saying a few moments ago, Why isn't the abundance not flowing in life? Why am I working out 24 hours a day? I'm just exaggerating. 7 days a week and I still look slumpy, and my next door neighbor, she eats all these chocolates and she's looking nice and fit and trim and she doesn't even work out. You know what I mean? So I'm just kind of giving you just an example, and a lot of that has to do with not just what we're doing physically, as far as, of course, I always want to say, Darius, we should eat and be conscious about what we're doing with our bodies and how we take care of ourselves, but it's deeper than that, It's a lot deeper than that.
It is. And you've had some wild things. It's not just people saying, oh, I feel better. You're having people have hair, nails change. You're having rough patches and the skin gone. You have people processing, losing weight, shifting the body. Why was this an area that starts to come up in consciousness? How does the body sort of deal with energies that maybe are not healed? What does the body do with stuff that it's, I guess processing, right, or trying to work through? What happens?
Well, I really do believe that as we raise our consciousness and shift into higher consciousness, and this planet, as you know, Darius, you're so hip on all this stuff about how we're raising the vibration all the time of our existence and our consciousness and all that. But our bodies, I like to call that a lot of our bodies, our physical bodies, are the densest part of us. That's our human side, and it really has trouble sometimes integrating all that. Do you know what I mean? Like the higher vibrations. And I call it the dead space, or just kind of like the heavy, dense energies within ourselves. And a lot of it has to do with belief systems, of course, but it also has to do with trauma. Depending on everybody's life circumstance, we all have had either, I always, when I work with my clients, when I have a client that has a really nice, easy, beautiful life and a loving family, I just tell them how blessed they are, because 90% of my clients that I work with, Darius, have not had the most perfect life, and that's some of us have a little bit more density is the word I'm trying to use, than others to work on. But, there's no victimhood here. It's, this is what we chose, we chose all this, and we came in to do this life in this body to raise our vibration and really align ourselves to what we're here to do. Like you're saying, really aligning ourselves to our mission or our soul's calling. But, in order to do that, it sounds like such a beautiful big word. And I do it with sound. I can really align people really fast, Darius, to their higher self or their soul. Everybody has their word for that. I might not always say the right words because I'm just a doer. I just do the energy. I'm not really good at explaining always. But it's really aligning ourselves to our higher version of ourselves, everybody. And once we really connect in with that, it's like yum yum. It's like, ooh, I feel yum yum. And then, a lot of this denser, heavier energy starts leaving, okay? And then, of course, my sounds are not just bringing it up, and that's what it does, but it's also moving it out. And that's when you hear me make all these weird kind of, sounds. And I'm actually bringing out I'm actually bringing the energy up so they can actually leave the body. I'm just really good at that. Not everybody can do that, where I can actually move energy rapidly through the body, because that's how I can get rid of pain and stuff. I can break up really heavy, dense layers of really stagnation, I like to call it, Darius, in the body. Just, trauma, stagnation, trapped emotions are really big, you know what I mean? And it all accumulates, it all accumulates. And, we're all in different, levels and layers, and I just know where to go. It's just my knowing, I guess it's my instinct and my gift, So, yeah.
Tell me where the sounds comes from, or where are these frequencies, the distinctions of the frequencies. Does this come from an angelic realm? Does this come from something that is kind of sharing in the transformation? How have you been able to define it?
Yeah, that's a great question. Mm-hmm. That's a great question, Darius. I really feel I've just done a lot of work. I've been, you've heard my story. You mentioned it earlier. I've been homeless. I've really lost everything in my life. I gave everything away. I really think I've been tested beyond measure to be where I'm at. And I can tell you, I really do know that I'm very much soul embodied. My soul is I'm really merged with my higher self. So I like to say I am a vessel to my higher self, and my soul is very magical. Okay, I just know I have a very evolved soul, and my soul came in this lifetime in my body to whatever I need to do. Like I said, share my gift. And we all have it doesn't have to be big or small. That's just what I'm doing here, is to help others raise their consciousness awareness and really align to their soul and what their higher self is in their body. Because it really has to be the body, mind, and spirit in one vessel. I mean, I really believe that I could bring in frequencies from the higher realms, and if you want to call that, or I call it source creator. But it's really coming into bringing in our light, everybody, and really, because I'm not all about astroplaning, Darius. I'm not all about this going out of the body stuff all the time, and we need to go travel up here and this and that. I'm like, no. I came in this body to be grounded in this body in this lifetime so I can actually express, okay, whatever my gifts are to express. But I could bring heaven on earth, okay? I know how to do that. I could bring heaven in the body, so we don't have to leave the body looking for it. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes, and
that's
why
what I do in my work.
Heaven be in the body? Why should 3D?
Right.
And this is a great point. Like right now, we're going around and we're looking at all these things: fear, scarcity, shortage. Stock market going up, down. All these, lockdowns we moved through. We were just talking about it. Hey, do you think something else is going to happen? And all of this stuff gets lodged in the body, but all of that is 3D Earth, right? That's 3D energy. It's division. Why don't we bring in heaven in the body? So tell me a little bit about what you've seen when that happens. And we are going to move into some callers as well. But what have you seen happen in the bodies? Because one of the things that we're going to be talking about is almost like this youthening transformation that you're seeing. I almost think of it as like a vibrancy that surpasses time, if you will.
Yeah. It's really your true essence. It's really
true essence.
It's really, like I said, bringing your soul really into the body. I mean, it's very invigorating for the body to have this high frequency part of us, come into the body. And my job is really, Darius, and that's why I do this job. I work with my clients in I work on all different issues, but really I help people kind of anchor in more of themselves in all my sessions, or ground more of their energy into their bodies. So you can actually just live it. You know what I mean? It's not just a feel-good session with Dawn Crystal and it goes away. My goal is to help you sustain that and actually ground in your highest frequency. And, of course, I have to mention, Darius, there is work in order to do that. And when I say that, I mean that we do have to clear the heavy, dense energy within ourselves so it can actually, ground our energy, really our true version of ourselves in the body. And that means clearing out the density. I'm talking sludge, density, trauma, and also upgrading, if we need to, our DNA, our cellular, I just like to call it DNA upgrading that I do. And, of course, I use my own precise frequency. As you were just mentioning a few moments ago, Darius, I do know how to use precise frequency. That's just a knowing. I don't really sit there and try to figure it out when I'm working with someone, Darius, when I'm bringing in energy, even though it sounds the same through my voice, and I know it sounds like the same for everybody, but it's not. I just know what per vibration frequency to bring in to do whatever I'm doing. And that's why I'll say I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And when I'm doing a caller, I try to be a little more verbal so people aren't so bored. I'm letting them know what I'm kind of working on. But actually, in reality, I just know it's just a knowing that I have to know what frequency to bring in. And it just happens, you know what I mean? Because I've been doing it maybe so long, and I just in the beginning when I first started this work, I would say I did not have the confidence that I have now, but I've been doing this over 25 years, you know what I mean? So I had to learn in the beginning on myself, and then that's where my humble beginnings began. As you remember, Darius, early on in my beginning of my shows with you years ago, yeah. I didn't come from taking a spiritual class or anything. I came from really a really hard life, everybody, and I won't get totally into it, but I came from a very hard life of trauma growing up, and went into vast homelessness, gave up really a lot of money and a lot of businesses to be who I am today. And it really was a test for me because not many people could leave as much money as I did in marriages and houses and stuff. So that's where my journey began. And my humble beginnings many years ago when I was guided, didn't even know I was a healer, believe it or not. And that's how my gifts have evolved over the years. And of course, I've learned as frequencies come into the planet here as they've been coming in, sometimes they're more intense than ever. Lately, it's been very intense for me, downloading some of these energies. I mean, it's knocked me out a couple times. I say knocked me out, Darius. I mean, like, I have to say I'm very committed to my work. So when I have downloads come in like this week, I don't go out to, I'd like to walk. I don't get to walk or stuff. Sometimes I need to sit on the couch for a while, and I need to receive this and just be, okay with that,
So tell me, what are the energies that started coming in? What was going on? What are you sensing on the planet? What was coming in cosmically? That
this week, can I give you an example? What happened 2 days ago? My lights in my house went out. My whole cell phone, my cell phone was plugged in the wall, burnt out. So that just tells you the intense energy that came through. It almost knocked my power out in my house, and pretty much burnt out my cell phone wires. So that's just the stuff I work with. Okay, but I'm used to it. Okay, but I'm not saying this is not everybody's reality. This is just where I'm at. Okay, so that just happened 2 days ago. Okay, so that's just what I do. Okay, I get the energies, and then I I got that. Okay, I'll have to work on that. And I work on the energies, and then I integrate them, and then I share them with other people. So that's kind of how I have clients that like to come back to me, because I've been doing this work. I like to keep growing myself, and I know you do too, Darius. And I'm one that just keeps expanding and growing. I don't think we ever stop doing that on this planet. It's either you're growing and expanding, or you're dying. Really, that's really the difference is, So I just try to keep expansion going all the time,
Yeah.
And growing and shifting and raising consciousness, awareness, and vibration at all times. So, and I know a lot of people who are here on your platform and in your show, Darius, are definitely on the spiritual journey. So they know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell me a little bit about shifting the body, even sculpting the body, recreating the body, removing pain as we age. What have you found, and what have you seen happen?
Like I said, I work a lot in the DNA upgrading. I constantly am upgrading my DNA, Darius, and a lot of it had to do with my just kind of clearing myself from a lot of my. I had really heavy ancestral energy in this lifetime. Some of us have a really nice ancestral line. Mine was really a very heavy, dense ancestral, not really the best energy. So maybe just low. I don't know what to say about it, but I just know I had to do a lot of just working on the epigenetics of my family and DNA upgrading, which also does apply to how we look in our bodies. And of course, I like to say, sometimes we could look at our parents just to get an idea of how they're aging too. And some of us are very pleased. My dad was really good, but my mom was not. So I just know that it's just, I really know that it's not just beyond her life. It was really just what she, her genetics, her DNA, DNA. And of course, people back then didn't have the knowing and knowledge and the gifts that we have today to really, really change ourselves and change our bodies and, clear the emotions and really, embody our soul or higher self in this lifetime that they had. I mean, it wasn't even thought of. I think it was kind of weird back then for them. So, that's pretty much how you can measure if you're not doing any work. You just look at your parents. But I like to say most people want to look good. I like to say I want to feel good. I want to live a long, healthy life and look good at the same time. And why not? I'm just being realistic. Why not?
Sure. Why not?
That's what we're here about, talking about healthy, sexy body parts, everybody.
Yes.
And of course, we want to upgrade our bodies, for the years to come. Whatever high frequencies are coming to our planet, we want to be ready to just keep, merging with these energies, whatever it is, just upgrading ourselves constantly. And that's what I'm all about, just constant upgrade all the time.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
And everybody's different. Everybody's different. When I do group group things, I do bring it in for everybody, but I also know where to go with my individual clients. I just know how to bring precise frequency because everybody's going to have a different story, when I work with them. So, but usually what I'm doing a group collective today, like when we do callers, I just want you to know, Darius, I'll be working with a group. So if I work with one person, everybody's going to receive the energy as well. Okay?
Okay. All right. We're going to do this. And the other thing I want to ask, as we kind of jump in here, what are the things that you've seen happen with people? What are some of the situations or things that you've seen reverse, ease out, or transform in people's lives? What are some stories?
Oh, just in general, just health in general. I went through a period of time. I had a poisoning happen to me a few years ago. I was really lethal poisoning that happened to me, and I mentioned it to you before, Darius. And almost, I was in really perfect health, perfect shape, at that time. And then that happened to me, and it was something that I didn't do. It just happened. It was in my water supply, and I almost lost my life. Okay, and I'm a healer, and luckily I knew how to bring myself back after 2 years ago. So I could tell you, even just healing my own life. Okay, I have to say I've had some really hard struggles, everybody, and here I am today, still looking vibrant and radiant and full of energy. But I always tell people it's not always that way for everybody, even someone who's a healer. Usually I say the best way I've learned is just going through the hardships in my life, which were the best training for me, And here I come on the other side, and I know how to help others. That's beautiful. But most of my clients who really find my work is, the anti-aging is something that I really, really I'm good at because I really perfected that, not just on myself, but I just know it's like a gift of mine. I know how to really upgrade DNA. Okay, you really want to know the truth? I don't just talk about it. I really know how to upgrade DNA, which is so important. And of course, I know how to clear belief systems. I know how to clear a lot of beliefs at one time too. I could do it really quickly. But I also know how to clear not only just the belief systems, which is really important. It's really clearing what's behind it in the body, because you can do all this work, all this, clearing belief systems and all this and that, and that's great and all, but you got to work with the body too. The body needs help clearing the density out, because it is density in the body, and you have to clear that out. Otherwise, it just kind of compounds on each other. And I like to say I know how to clear that out so it doesn't become a health issue, Because a lot of people I work with, the first timers, a lot of times they just have years and years, and maybe they never worked with a healer before, and they've had multiple health issues. And of course, maybe they contributed to the way their lifestyle was. I have to say, not everybody's going to eat right or smoke cigarettes or whatever they do early on. I mean, that's another factor, or take pharmaceutical drugs. And that's also another thing that you have to, whatever you choose, a lot of us take them when we're a kid, right? But I'm clearing this pharmaceutical drugs and stuff, Darius, that causes blockage in the body. I'm just telling you because I see this. I'm like a human X-ray machine. I can actually see in the body. Okay, and I could see with some of this. I like to say I don't like to put duality or just anything right or wrong in anything, because you have your choices. I'm not trying to say good or bad. Okay, here I'm just saying I see what things can do synthetically in the body after years and years of accumulation. Okay, so that could be a lot of times that have to do with anything that's not natural. Like that could be pharmaceuticals. That's a big one. I could say that I'm very good as far as clearing out heavy sludge. That's what I call heavy sludge. When your body just is accumulated with heavy allopathic suppression, or I call it sludge in the body. Okay, that can cause major health problems, and I can tell you I can move it out pretty quickly, but I also can move it out very quickly. This is also for anti-aging, by the way, everybody. I can move it out very quickly out of the organs, our major organ systems.
Yeah. What is this sludge? I want to ask you about that, because I've heard about this. When I used to do deep hypnosis work, there was different types of sludges that would come in, and I don't know if it's the same, but there was a consciousness in this sludge, like it was containing a certain energetic. And for us in the modality, I mean, we were kind of working with this and sending it out and setting it to light or clearing it out. But tell me a little bit about this sludge. What is that?
I never really got into maybe dissecting it all. And you're very good, Darius. Right. You're just so awesome and you're detailed. But what I found with the sludge, because again, everybody, I had to learn on myself. Okay, I didn't have the little book saying, okay, you got to do this, you got to do that. No. Sure. I early on, because I was really, I had so much trauma growing up. Okay, and I had I had a lot of density and a lot of entities and all kinds of crazy stuff back then, because that's just, it wasn't doing anything wrong. It was just what was in my body. But the sludge came in from, a lot of the sludge that I found, even for myself, was really from trauma. Okay? It was really just from the physical trauma of accumulation of years. And then it intermixes, I see, with unnatural things that our bodies have very hard, I like to say, have a very hard time figuring out how to clear it. So I'm talking about, like, I can give you an example. I mean, I used to drink, I don't know, maybe some people used to drink diet sodas, okay? They have the aspartame, and I'm not saying anything, but I know about it because I had to clear it on myself, aspartame, NutraSweet, all that stuff. That is really hard, and it accumulates in the body. It really affects your nerves after a while. I had to clear this on my clients. It really accumulates like, almost like you say sludge, but it's like, it coats the nerves, okay, of your body, and it also, just accumulates in your organs. And that over time, if you drink that stuff for a long time, could really honestly cause lethal health problems. And I've been working on that. I mean, it took me years to clear that off myself before, because I was just learning how to clear myself. I'm good at it now. But that stuff, we're talking sludge just from the physical of what we're taking in our bodies. Okay, so we're talking just from our foods. We have to be more conscious about maybe what's in the food, like NutraSweet, aspartame. I know those are really not good for the body, especially for your nerves, okay? I also know that there also is some, I like to call it alien sludge. I don't know where this comes from, but I call it goopy sludge. I don't know where that came from, but I had to deal with that a while back. So I don't know if that's just low vibration. You know, our planet's accelerating. I haven't really figured that out, but I heard of people getting slimed. And I'm not trying to bring in some weird belief system, but I've heard of people getting slimed in the past. And, you know, I don't know. I always say there's good in everybody, and there's bad in other beings, and it may be on this planet. I don't know, but I had to deal with that for a while, and I cleared that out. But you know, once you raise your vibration, everybody, we don't get into the low vibrational fear and all this other stuff with this alien stuff. We just need to keep raising our vibration, everybody. Keep doing our work, because this stuff doesn't even affect us after a while. Do you know what I'm saying? You don't even attract it after a while.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just telling you, I don't attract that kind of stuff anymore. I'm talking early on in my path when I was so heavily downloaded with so much, I mean, I'm talking traumatic childhood, guys. I had it all going for me, okay? I had all that weird stuff around me back then. But look, I mean, coming all these years of just constantly working on myself, it hasn't been easy. But you get lighter, everybody. You get lighter, you know, when you start clearing this out. And that's what I do with my clients. I just help them keep getting lighter and lighter, so they just start feeling more of themselves, because we're just covered up in, like you said, sludge, heavy, dense energy. And then we don't really feel who we are. We just think we're that. We think we're just that aspect. And that's not us. That's just there. It's not us. So I help people kind of unearth that and uncover all this stuff that's not them, which a lot of it is that, but it's also, like I said, DNA upgrading and cellular integration. I do a lot of that work, and all my work actually, and clearing belief systems. Okay? Yeah. Belief systems, this lifetime, our past lifetimes, family inherited belief systems. Okay, yeah, that all plays a big part of our reality, okay? But it's not everything. Okay, so there's definitely different levels. Okay, yeah, belief systems are important, but there's more to that. You know, I think and everybody has a different story, and I think that's one of my gifts, Darius, is I know where to go if it's with a group of people, and I know, because I know that the energy is going to work with people longer. I mean, it's going to go on and on, but I also know in my sessions, okay, this is where we have to go. My higher self, because I am embodied with my higher self, that's the word I'd like to use. My soul guides me through all my sessions, okay, Darius? So I know, you know, it's beyond me. Okay, it's beyond my ego saying it's I, me. It's not I, me. It's I'm just humbled, you know. I'm a humbled person. I know it's a gift, you know.
All right.
But well, I also just know where to go. You know, I guess my knowing is I keep my energy very clear, everybody, so I can actually follow that and know where to go with everybody.
And we're gonna connect in here and go to some callers today. So I'm very excited about that. And we've been asking folks, you know, what is it that you have been dealing with? Where might there be a stagnant energy or something holding you back? So go ahead and share with us. Got a bunch of questions coming in as well. Wow, a lot of people writing in. One person says, oh my goodness. Okay, we got a busy day today, so I can tell you lots of folks writing in. Let me go to a few different callers. We've got a first caller here who is someone who actually they're not calling. This is a really interesting question. Shauna, she says, it's my birthday, but I've been to the ER 2 times. I can't figure it out. I feel that I have fluid in my head, neck, shoulders, arm, pressure on the forehead. migraines every night, mornings for hours. I feel exhausted. I feel I have aged so much the last 5 years. I went from a baby face to looking old with pain in my shoulder as if it is separated. The pain in my back and neck has returned. I feel that I have entities and I am struggling with the releasing. Same thing going on with my dogs. And my husband has been very short-tempered and in pain everywhere. I live in Corte Madera, California. My name is Shauna. I am a healer. So I hope I didn't say too much about her. I don't want to give her identity, but this is a big deal.
No, that's fine.
What's going on?
Yeah, she's got a combination of things happening going with her. If she's a healer, number one, if she's not clear herself, that's the fine point of being a healer sometimes. We can take on other people's stuff when we're not clear ourselves. That's number one. I don't ever show up doing healing unless I'm clear. That's number one. Number two, Sean, I kind of sense that she's had some kind of jolt or something to her body in the past that's kind of knocked her energy systems off. Okay, because her polarities are off. Okay, that's number one. That can happen, Darius, to people who maybe in the past. It doesn't have to be current. I had a concussion, before, and it didn't even show up till years later. I work with people on concussions because a lot of times we get a knock in the head, it knocks us off. Oh, no big deal, right? Sports injury, whatever. Mine, I had it happen when I was younger. It came up later in my life. I was having problems. I had a lot of distortion in my head. So she's had something happen where it knocked her polarities off. Okay, that can knock off a lot of things. And then if she's had some trauma in her life, of course, that could also attract, as I was just talking about a little while earlier, low vibrational entities. I mean, it's just kind of, they attract to, it's like an open sore wound in ourselves. Do you know what I mean? So I like to say you clear the root cause of it, the food for these entities, and there's nothing for them to attach to, right? And then, of course, I want to mention, because I'm an intuitive, and I get this really clearly from my soul right now, her dog is trying to help her, or her animal, so they're taking on her load. Does that make sense?
Yes,
that's
100%.
Number two. Number three, her husband's probably not clear himself, picking up on her vibration, or maybe some of these low vibrations on her in some ways. I guess we get. I don't like to give fuel to these entities because they're nothing, and it's affecting her vibration where she's at now. Is she stuck there forever? No, she's listening to your show, Darius, so she's probably getting a lot of energy healing just from the activations with people, And but that's the work I do because I see how I can see into different levels. And I don't just go cookie cutter because everybody's going to be different. Okay. Now, can I heal her in 2 minutes? Probably not. Right. Usually someone like that I need a session with. Okay.
Okay. And but you know honest. What? She knows now a little bit about what's happened with this polarity. So we're also going to be doing a group session here for everybody. So we're going to help move more of this energy. And I appreciate that honesty. Sometimes, sometimes you need more help. And I want to go to another caller.
I like to go deep with people, I like to go deep.
Yeah. All right. We've got someone in Phoenix. I don't have a name for some reason, oddly. She's live on the phone, or he. 623 area code. Who do we have in Phoenix, Arizona? You're live with our guest today, Dawn Crystal.
Hello.
Yes. Who is this?
Hi. I'm so excited. Thank you for picking me today.
Oh, for sure. What's happening?
I'm having a lot of skin issues, like infections on the skin. I don't know. We thought it was like MRSA, and because it's like they keep recurring, and I get if I get bit by like an ant, I'm getting a lot of scars like on my feet, like dark spots, and like on my body too. And so I was wondering if you can help me with that, and then also I don't know if you're doing teeth today, but too I'm getting dark spots on my teeth also.
What's your name? I'm sorry. This is Dawn.
Yeah.
Veronica.
Veronica. Okay. Sorry for not.
Hey, Veronica. Yeah. So just so you know, I tune in. Is it okay if I tune in because I've already gotten some information for you already?
Yes.
Okay. So you have called a family miasm. Have you ever heard of that before? It's I had those before. I get those a lot with my clients. It's just an inherited type of tendency that can hit us at different times. Okay, I've been clearing miasms on myself for years. Okay, so that has a lot to do with your skin issues. Okay, you have a family miasm. Okay, it's just a lot of different ones. And MRSA is one of them, but also syphilis and all different kinds of weird things. You don't have to get all worried about it. Okay, it's just a family miasm. As far as your teeth is concerned, you have some issues with a hereditary issue in your DNA. Okay, I like to say the DNA. I'll do as much as I can. I could do a mini session with you right now just to bring some energy, but your stuff is deep. I'll try to clear the miasm, if anything. Okay.
Thank you.
You have a miasm, but just letting you know the truth, the miasms can come back. There are different levels to these miasms, okay? I try to get really deep with the miasms, but they're always in layers, okay? Do you understand that, right? I know about miasms because, believe me, I've been working on miasms for myself for a long time, okay? They're not going to kill you or anything like that. If anything, it just makes you feel uncomfortable, right? It's irritating.
Yes,
right?
and I've had like a lot of skin breakouts right now, yes.
Yeah, of course, yeah. You also had some trauma early on in this lifetime, is that true?
Yes.
Yes, you got a lot of that happening too. So you see where we're multi-dimensional, Furious? You see that what's going on here? So she has a family miasm, and then underneath it, she's had some family trauma. She had trauma as a child. Was it happen within years, or was it just a one-time thing?
Within years.
Yes. Okay. Why don't I go ahead and bring in some high vibrational light to you? This is called aligning yourself to your higher version of yourself. Okay, your soul. And let's see if this kind of gives you a nice, like I'd like to call it clearing the levels that are up right now for you, okay?
Dawn, quick question. My mom's here too, and she has like the same issues. Can you also include her?
Well, I can only do one person at a time on the calls, okay?
Oh, okay.
I mean, unfortunately, I just can't. She could be next to you listening to it, but honestly, it's just I try to do mini healings one-on-one, okay? It's just because I could be more potent. Is that good with you? Yeah, just for integrity as far as my healing, okay? Okay, so let's go ahead and imagine Divine Creator. You might say God's light or Source light. I'm just going to make some sound, even if the sounds don't sound clear, don't worry about it. Just imagine everything that you just told me. We're just going to get the mind out of trying to put a label on it. That's what the problem is. Our minds like to label things, good, bad. We want to get these bad labels off of us so we keep attracting the same thing all the time, because the universe will always give us what we're wanting, even if we don't want it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so we want to kind of just give it to the Creator, say, hey, Divine Creator, God, you beat my heart and you breathe my lungs every day, and you do it for every living creature on the planet, so you can heal me in just a moment, right? So let's go ahead and bring in some light and see. I want you to just surrender into that light. It's you'll feel it. If you're sensitive, I don't know if you feel energy work, because if you don't, then these energies will work on you afterwards.
I do.
They'll work on you for about 3 days. Okay, well, that's okay. Let's start, Veronica, with some sound. I want to try to work as many callers as I can today as well. And let's see what happens here, okay? Because you have a lot of different things happening. You have a lot of trauma. So that's I don't know if you've been working on it, but I do suggest to keep working on the childhood trauma, because it's still there, okay?
Okay. I've been working on it.
I'm just being true. Okay, well, keep working on it, because there's quite a bit of it. But you're doing a good job, so I want to give you a heads up on that, okay? All right, let's go ahead and start with some sound. Yeah, my pleasure. So I just cleared the top of your head. Did you feel that just lift off you?
I'm feeling like tingling.
Yeah, well, you have a heavy layer right at the top. If you have energy, I'm really good as far as moving energy for everybody's crown chakra. If you got that heavy layer just lingering there, it's really hard for energy to move through the body. So you're going to start maybe feeling some energy moving up. Excuse me. You got people who are draining your energy, so be aware if you need more healthier boundaries, clearing them off you now. Do I have permission to say yes?
Yes.
Doesn't help with your energy level, by the way. It's leaving out of your stomach. Let it go. Clearing this family miasm that's come up with you, or the skin issue right now. Sora is what your soul says too. Let it go. The light's coming through every aspect of you. Just let it go. Now work on your teeth a little bit with the coloring. Doing a little heart activation for that inner child of you that feels very unloved. Bringing the light and unconditional love of the Divine Creator into your heart right now. Let it come in. To love you. In the teeth right now. Clearing this discoloration. It's causing your issues with that. Breaking that up. bringing in your life force of your energy, I was just mentioning earlier, to ground more of you into your physical body, to planet Earth. Receive that. Okay, so there's a lot happening here beyond your mind. Take a deep breath and just tell me what you're becoming aware of, Veronica.
I just felt like crying.
Yeah, crying, yes.
Yes.
Oh.
I feel very emotional.
Yeah, because the divine creator just touched your heart. Can you feel that? It just brought some beautiful, some emptiness that was there that just filled up.
I felt the love in my heart.
Oh,
wow.
so beautiful.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Veronica. We love you here. And
Thank you.
yeah, let's just let it keep unfolding. That's, you're healing, you're doing great work, you're doing wonderful things. So we're proud of you here. I love that. Yeah. Amazing. All right. Yes.
I want to mention one thing. She needs to tell her inner child that she loves them every day. They need to hear it from her. That's her soul just told me to tell her before we hung up. So, Veronica, if you could just tell yourself every day that you love yourself, that would be really wonderful. Okay?
Okay.
And bless you always. Thank you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. All right. We've got Deborah. She's in New Westminster, British Columbia. Deborah, how are you doing today? You're live with the one and only Don Chris. How can we help you?
I am so grateful. Thank you. Thank you.
Always
I think the bottom line is that I've lost my zest for life. I go through the motions, but there's a part of me that just doesn't seem to care.
Oh, I can feel it. Yeah, I can see it.
And they don't understand it.
Oh, wow. Deborah, this is Dawn. Thank you for being such a beautiful light and inspiration to others on the call today. I just want to thank you so much, okay?
Thank you.
For being here, because you're here to help others as too. May I ask you, Deborah, as a child, did you really get the love that you really deserved? Because it's almost like I see you as a child just being there, but not really being totally nurtured.
No. And not at any time.
Yes. So I want to do some work on you today to bring some life back to your inner child that's just kind of deprived. Are you? I don't like to put you on the spot. We only know you by Deborah, but how old are you right now?
I am 60.
60?
Yes.
Okay, you married or single? I'm just curious.
Single.
Okay, so you've been single your whole life?
Yes.
Okay, so there's a reason. Nothing really ever happened, right? You just kind of got used to it, but it's almost like a very deep part of your inner child. I'd like to clear this belief system on you today that love is too painful. So is it something that you saw as a child, maybe your parents fighting or something? I don't know. But I think a belief system, I'd like to clear that for you.
Yes, I think I could speculate. My mother was an unhappy person, and perhaps her mother was unhappy, so it just got passed on down the line.
Yeah. Okay, that could be a belief system that you picked up from your parents, your family. Okay, so why don't we just do a nice, I like to bring in more of it's like almost like your life, just growing up, it was just kind of there, but you kind of lost that little like spark. You know how like kids like to play and they like to be goofy? You kind of lost that somewhere in the mix, huh?
I sure did.
Yeah, well, I want you to become a child now, and so it's never too late, you know?
Yeah.
And you're 60 years young, so I want to start bringing that life to you. That, it's never too late. I just want you to start feeling like more connected with life. That's what your soul wants me to do, is connect you more to just everything in life. So you could start just becoming like this curious little child that wants to try this, try that. Maybe there's a gift in you that you don't know about yet that needs to come out, but we can kind of activate that today. So are you ready to just receive?
Yes, I am ready to receive.
Okay,
yes,
all right. Let's do that now, Deborah. Yeah, my pleasure.
Thank you.
Let's bring in some love and light to you right now, because you really need it in the heart. So I want you to be open just to know that the divine creator loves you, that created you, and it's just here to assist you right now. So let's just bring in this love to you and anybody else in the call who feels this, because this is not just for you, it's for anybody else that needs it as well. So let's begin with some sound. I'm going to clear your crown chakra and stuff. So just allow, energy might be floating up, so you might get a little dizzy here for a minute, but just know that doesn't last long, okay? I'm just moving energy when I do that, okay? All right, so just be with me, Deborah. Let's start with some sound and just receive this as a gift. Just clear the energy off the top of your head. clearing out some of this trauma out of your lower chakras. Your chakras are not spinning correctly, so I'm going to spin your chakras correctly. And the lower chakras are starting to move. We're going to clearing out some heavy energy. I call it sludge, like we said we were talking about earlier. That heavy energy of trauma. You're an empath, huh? So you have to be aware of just healthy boundaries, okay? Because you're aware of that, right?
Yes.
Because a lot of this energy I'm clearing right now is your mom.
Yep.
So let it go. I'm just clearing out the energy right now. Can you feel some energy moving?
I do.
Yeah, just let it come out. It's just leaving. Okay, opening your heart chakra, bringing every age of you from birth to where you're at now in your heart space with your divine self, and any disconnections, we're just going to bring all of you back in the light to the divine wholeness, and that you are, as you're a child of the divine creator, worthy to be loved, worthy to be happy as you're safe being so, and you're worthy to have love in your life, okay? And you deserve it. So we need to clear this belief system that love is too painful right now. Let's receive this. We're going to change the whole belief system. So love is just so beautiful and expansive. It feels only good. Now your inner child is starting to feel this. Bring your personal power to your feet on planet Earth. Okay, feel it in your face that things are lightening up. Okay, take a deep breath and tell me how that's starting to feel. I could see it in your face that things are lightening up.
Yeah, I felt myself beginning to smile.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. There's a part of you that it kind of feels weird. Can you feel that there's a little bit of part of you like, that feels weird? That's not, well, like, you know, it's almost like it's not like natural to you. And I could talk to your inner child telling you that is who you are. It's not like it's something that I'm putting on you. I'm just uncovering that part of you that's been kind of buried, okay?
Yes.
Can you feel if there's a lightness starting to come up in your heart that was really dense before? It's starting to lighten up a lot in your heart. Can you feel that?
That's good.
Yeah, I don't want to put words in your mouth. I want to see if you could feel it because it makes it stronger. But again, not everybody feels too, so I have to be aware of that.
Yes, I don't notice it so much in my heart area. I feel a lot of stuff at the back of my head, below the occipital bone, in there.
Oh, very good, very good. As Dawn is moving energy, Dawn, anything else you want to share? And what do you sense happened just now? This is
she had a disconnection. Yeah, she had a disconnection within herself. You know, somewhere she kind of numbed herself out earlier in life to maybe survive or get through it. You know, whatever it was, what she was taking on. I don't know. Was one of your parents kind of controlling?
Yeah, I would say it all comes from the mother.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was like
go ahead.
Sorry, I was just going to say she's sort of like a push me, pull me, right? For as much as she would encourage you, she'd also just knock you down and crush you. Yeah,
and that's where you disconnected. Again, I'm getting your life story in like 2 seconds here. You can imagine how much information I'm getting in really quickly, right? But your soul, you shut yourself down because your mom could be overbearing at times. And, of course, you're a beautiful, divine, free spirit. So what I'm trying to do is just reconnect you back to your true essence so you could start being truly you. And it's never too late. And that's what's happening right now. So give it some time, you know. You're feeling it. If there's a lightness coming over you, if you're not aware of it, it is happening.
I love it.
I mean, I do feel waves of energy going. So I feel the most of it, like I was saying, at the back of my, below that occipital bone area in the top part of your neck. So I felt waves of energy going.
Beautiful. Thank you, Deborah. We love you. And yeah, it's a process, and we all are working through it. I work through every day. This is what we're doing. We're recycling, removing, reinvigorating, revitalizing ourselves every day, doing the work, and also lifting a lot of collective energies too that we tend to pick up. So this is not just about, all right, it's all my stuff. There's collective energies pulling here as well. So Dawn, with that, you got something special for everybody, and I love it. This is a summer sexy sculpt activation. I love it. What what does this mean? And I know you're in beautiful Hawaii, so you're in full swing, full bloom summer. What are we going to do today? But maybe more importantly, how does an activation sculpt? Tell me about how that would work.
Well, it's the way that I bring in the energies. I've already coded when it comes in, but this is just going to be in really helping not just sculpt you from the outside looking. I actually work deeper than that, so I'm going to be working on the main 3 levels of our skin layers today. I'll be doing the bottom layer, which is the hypodermis, and then I'll be doing some activations into the dermis middle layer, and I'm also going to be doing the epidermis, because that's what I was guided to add to this, because this is part of this activation. That's really going to help you sculpt, right? Because we're talking about sculpting, but we're also helping the body. We're renewing cells, okay, everybody? It's all about healing damaged cells as well, and also your stem cells, okay? So this will be kind of like a tingling. I think people will feel maybe some heat in your body as I'll be telling you what layer I'm on, and just to sit there and receive it. And then I'll be grounding your energy more at the end, because I want this energy to work with everybody beyond this activation. It doesn't just stop because I'm done working on all this, okay? So as I go along, I'll just tell you where I'm at, and then you guys just trust and know where I'm at, and just, be open. Like, the main thing is our minds like to dictate everything, and I always say when you're working with divine creator energy, and that's what I bring here, it's just allow, okay? Just know that this is a gift. This is a nice activation for everybody, and I can tell you, people will start feeling more. I'm hoping that you send some feedback to Darius about that you're looking more radiant right after this call. And like I said, the last caller I just worked with, she got like a facelift. The girl I just worked with is Deborah. If she looked in the mirror, she'd be pretty amazed right now. Okay.
Wow. So, all right. Well, ask Deborah. Take a look, and I know she's going to share something. Oh, I love it. Yeah. Fantastic.
Okay. So I'd be happy to share this activation if you want me to do it now. So I could be happy to do that.
Let's do it. We're going to jump in.
Okay.
And everyone just kind of be good, be careful, don't be driving, and then we are going to get started right now.
Okay, so everybody, let's just get into a quiet place. We're going to be doing some sculpting, some healing damaged cells in our body, but also regenerating our stem cells. And we're going to be regenerating our genetic expressions, everybody, of our vital life force energy, getting your body, mind, spirit, and feeling just healthy, confident, and ready to take summer on in style. And we're doing this physically and energetically starting right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and just close our eyes, everybody, in a seated position. You can lay down if you'd like to. And I want you to just take in a couple nice, easy breaths of white light, just white, beautiful, divine light from the divine creator. Let's do it right now with closing our eyes. Taking a nice, easy breath of white light, everybody, into our stomach, belly area, just nice and easy, nothing forced. We're going to bring us out of our minds into the body. That's why I'm doing this. Let's do that now. Nice, easy breath of white light. And exhaling it out, easy and effortless on the out breath. Let it go. Get that stress going out of you. All this worrying about later, just take this time for you. This is a short activation, but very powerful. Let's take a nice, easy breath. Close your eyes. A nice, easy breath, everybody, of white, beautiful, divine light, divine creator, into our bodies, into our belly. And exhaling it out, easy and effortless on the out breath. Nice little breath. Beautiful. Let's do one more. A nice, easy breath, everybody. A beautiful, divine creator light into our bellies. Let's do it now with our eyes closed. Just let it in. And exhaling it out, easy and effortless on the out breath. Just let it go. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and start at our crown chakras. I need to clear a space between everybody and the divine. It's a little clog there. We're going to do a little nice sound here, but let's go ahead and start at the top of our crown chakra, putting our attention there. And all you need to do, just imagine Everything that's there, that's not serving you, is going back in the light. Okay? Don't need to know what it is. Okay, so I'm going to, let's go ahead and start with some sound. And let's begin right now. Let's begin. Okay, just scared everybody here, but I had to do that. That's called clearing the top layers. So you might get a little bit of a jolt, and that's what I did. I did that on purpose. There's a reason. We need to clear those levers all the way up from the 7th chakra up to the divine. You know how many levels? That's all the way up there. So that's what I just did. Let's keep clearing it out. Let it go. Now we got a clear channel. Let's keep going here. You might be dizzy for a minute. That's why you need to stay seated, everybody. Energy's starting to come through you now. Flushing stuff, everything that's not serving you. We're just bringing in some energy of light to move things up and out. Still releasing from the crown chakra into your stomach area right now. Just kind of moving things out first. Just clearing. I like to call it, we're clearing the canvas right now. We're clearing the foundation. Moving energy up and out. Okay, just take a nice easy breath as energy is releasing, everybody, with your eyes closed. Nice easy breath in between the activations. Into our bellies of white light. And exhaling it out easy and effortless on the out breath, okay? Now we're going to start on the deepest level of our body today, which is the hypodermis. This is the bottom fat, I call it the bottom fatty layer of our skin. And we're going to do a nice little sculpt here today. So this is what we're working on, 3 levels of our skin. There's more levels, but I'm working on the main ones, okay? And that's actually going to help all the layers. So let's go into we're going to just imagine the energies go deep. You might feel some heat or tingling through your body because this is the hypodermis of all our skin layers. So just give it a few days, and please drink some extra water after this activation, everybody, because you probably might be doing a little detox, okay, for a few days in a good way. Okay, I promise you, this is there's like toxins and stuff will probably come up that need to be released, but that's a good thing. You're getting a healing here, everybody, and we're doing a beauty sculpt, and you're getting a healing. So this is a beautiful, faceted type of activation. So let's go into the hypodermis. Just sit there, and I want you to imagine everything that I'm doing right now is going to go in these, that come spiral swirls from the Divine Creator will be coming through you. It's going to come all the way through your body, through all your hypodermis of your skin. It's going to go down to your feet. So, and it'll be exiting down your feet to the center of Mother Earth. So it'll be kind of coming through the crown chakra, and it'll be going through the grounding out to your feet. So let's just do that now for a few minutes before we go into the next level. We're doing the hypodermis, doing a body sculpt, summer sculpt. So let's do that right now and receive. Everybody receive. Here, the energies are coming in now. Renewing your cells, renewing your cells, stem cells, helping your skin if there's a little flabbiness. Regenerating the cells is going to help your skin tremendously. The energies are coming all the way down to your full physical body, hypodermis to your feet, exiting out your feet to the center of Mother Earth. Let it go. That's good. Okay, so that's activated. I want everybody to take a nice, easy breath. Close your eyes. The energy is coming in. It might feel cool. It might feel tingly. It might feel like heat. Let's take a nice, easy breath of white light into our bellies as it's activating. And exhaling it out, everybody. Easy and effortless. Just let it go on the out breath. Okay, we don't need to know what's happening here. Your highest good is happening. That's all I can tell you. Let's go into the dermis layer of our skin, which is the middle layer, everybody. We're doing the same, bringing in the light, a spiral through your crown chakra, exiting out your feet to the center of Mother Earth. It's going to be like just kind of releasing everything that doesn't serve you with this activation as well. So let's do that now. We're doing the dermis layer of the summer sculpt activation. Let's do it now. We're renewing, we're healing the damaged cells as well. And it's also working on your hands, because I felt someone say, is it working on my hands? Yes. Oh, beautiful. That's activated. A lot of work and a lot of energy coming through. Let's close your eyes and take a nice, easy breath of white light into our bellies, everybody, as it's activated. Into our bellies, and let's exhaling it out, easy and effortless. Just let it go on the out breath. We just did the dermis level, okay? That's the middle layer. Now we're going to stop we're going to do the top layer right now. This is how we're going to end this. This is going to be really good. So this will plump out your skin as well, really help with fine lines and wrinkles and all kinds of stuff. But, right now we're working with the cells, so just let things happen, okay? This energy does not stop because we stop, okay? So let's go ahead and do the epidermis, the top layer right now, and let's receive this next activation, and let's begin right now. Bringing energy to your feet. Let the energy come in. Just breathe and let it come in. Oh, so beautiful. Let's just close your eyes one more. We're going to do another breath. Take another nice, easy breath of white light, everybody, into our bellies. And just let it go on the out breath. Easy and effortless. Just let it go. Nothing forced. Let's slowly open our eyes, everybody. Come back to where we're at right now in the world. Taking a nice stretch above your head. Nice, easy stretch, everybody. And that's going to conclude our activation today. And I hope everybody felt something. If anything, you got a good reviving here because it was pretty powerful. And this is going to work on you for days. So it's not just now, everybody. So allow it to be. Drink some extra water for a few days because your body will be doing some detox. And that concludes it. Thank you, everybody, for being here. This is also active on the replay. Okay, so I just want to let you know it's also active on the replay. So thank you, Darius. That's my conclusion of my Summer Sexy Sculpt activation.
Wow. Thank you, everybody, for experiencing this. I just got some pictures, so I was taking pictures of myself, see what's going on. Yeah. Definitely feeling a lot of tingling in the face. And if you guys want to send in some pictures or let us know what's happening, I love it. One of the things I feel very strongly is like we can actually derive all of this beautiful nutrients, vitality, energy, growth hormone, rejuvenation factors and energies into our skin and revitalize away anything that's going on. So let us know what's going on with all of you. And as we do that, we are going to keep the session going. I know a lot more people have questions and need support, so we're going to keep getting your questions answered today. Dawn, it was truly amazing. Let us know what you're feeling as well. UUltraRevolution.com/now. Yeah, there it is again. I'm feeling this like in the cheeks. It's so weird. It's literally like this really interesting, like a buzz. Like it's like a little numb, but then
Yeah.
It just feels like it's
well, I worked on the
popping
cells
out.
again.
I don't really understand. Like it's popping out, blowing out. Very interesting. Dawn.
Well, just remember something. We're renewing the cells, everybody, including the stem cells. That's what's happening right now.
Yeah, you went into the layers. I remember I kind of just zoned out. I was just enjoying it, but you mentioned the different layers of energy, and that the energy going through these different layers of the skin. What is that doing? It's like kind of from the core outward. It sounds like you're moving. Right. Okay. Tell me about that.
I was working from the inside out of renewal.
Yeah.
I think it always should start from the core foundation and work our way out. So that's why I was mentioning it's working on everybody now, but it's not going to stop just right now. It's going to work on for at least a week. Oh yeah, 2 to 3 days, definitely, for sure.
Keep sharing with us what's going on. I'm getting a lot of stories, Dawn, already. I'm going to put in a picture of me, so we'll see if people will be like, you look terrible or you look great. We'll see what happens. But I just took a picture. No, I just took it without thinking, and we're going to send it in the email tonight. So let me share what's going on with folks here. It's just pretty cool. All right, so Deborah wrote in there. She said, yes, I have a mirror in front of me, and I can see my face has returned to a more youthful look. I am so grateful. My face recently been looking tireder and older. So there's a big shift right there. Another person, thank you. I felt heat in my stomach. Another person wrote in. We're getting a lot of them, so everyone get ready. Deborah said, again, I feel like I was breathing in cool air this entire time, like the room temperature just dropped and was super cooling. My nose is even cold. Pedro, I feel awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pedro. Love you, bro. Veronica, she said, I looked in the mirror. I looked so refreshed. I was looking tired and feeling old. I look younger now. Thank you so much. Mary.
Okay, great.
Mary is in Palatine. She had sinuses. She said, my sinuses are now cleared.
Wow.
Pretty awesome. Another person, thank you so much. That was wonderful. Such a beautiful way to start the summer. That's right. Joshua, feeling strong and sexy and silly. Mahalo. Just amazing. So yeah, these are going to keep coming in. Dawn, I think about you, and you are such a strong, vibrant being. You are so powerful, and yet you are so connected. And, spirituality is not about being meek or necessarily just accepting everything as is. Sometimes it's also, about us really standing forward and declaring to the universe, like, this is what we want. This is what we want to manifest. This is how we want to live. And I really feel like you embody that, right? You could have stayed in a place where, things were going in a downward spiral, and you stood not with the energies of, I'm just going to accept what is. I'm going to use the higher energies of the divine, of my angelic truth, and I am going to move my world into the direction I want. And I'm going to inspire people all over the world. I'm going to heal people all over the world. I'm going to be the light for people if they have misplaced their own light. That to me is Dawn Crystal, and I am so always honored to have you here because you represent that, and a lot of people need that today. And a lot of people need that in their bodies to say, this body is not done yet. This essence of me is not over yet. Its best days are on the horizon. And I don't care what the, collective is saying about the whole world and all this stuff. We've got to claim our best and brightest now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You say that, Darius, but, like I mentioned before, and I don't want to get into the humdrum, but I really think I made that declaration when I was a young child because everybody in my life pretty much died in front of me. And it was really at that time I think I made that shift in my life because it was either going to make me or break me. That's really the truth of my life. I've written 6 books about my life. And part of that shift, like you just said right now with me, I just thought about it. It was really when I was a child because pretty much everybody in my life died from drugs and alcohol.
All right.
That's really my shift, okay?
Gosh, Dawn. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's been part of your life purpose, and Nell is also experiencing a shift. Thank you, Dawn. My whole body's tingling. You are an angel. She says, I haven't checked yet in the mirror, but my face skin feels tighter. That's kind of what I'm feeling. So I'm like, I like that.
Well,
it feels like I went to the gym and got a good pump. I'm like, oh, my sleeves are fitting tight on my arms. Gotta love the pump, man. It's always the best.
You're funny.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's talk about something you're doing. Because I know a lot of people are wanting support in a very interesting way. And this is not about just how we look. There's energies below this stuff. The stuff that makes us look tired, there can be deeper work there that we can do. Tell me a little bit about what you're doing one-on-one, because one of the things I want to make note of for people is you've got 20 new sessions that you've reopened, because we basically filled out with your time, and we've got 25 minutes for 20 people who want to do this. What happens on a one-on-one session, and what are some of the things that you're going to be doing for folks? And I know it's just around whatever you're seeing this dense and heavy, but what's going to happen?
Well, I always come to the table with my sessions. The nice thing about my sessions, everybody, is I let you come in and you kind of let me know what you want to work on, okay? So, we're working on right now about, like today we just worked on the stem cells and really regenerating all the cells. That's what we just did with our activation. But I go in and really help people on any level they want to go. So I'm talking about just in general, anything you want to work on. But, I definitely work on the deeper levels of what the root causes are. I mean, I'm not just here to just do the work and just make you feel good. I want you to really move forward in your life and really be the best version of yourself. So, I'm using precise frequency in all my sessions and vibration to clear, upgrade, and dissolve any limiting bonds you have within your being, which includes your DNA and your belief systems that are keeping you at a certain condition or a way of life that it's not really serving you anymore, I call it old worn-out programs, okay? So, there's a lot happening when I say those big words, but again, like I said, I just know how to go with the frequency. But most people who come to the call series will know what they want to focus on, and I let people know because I'm very much really truthfully about that. I follow your soul's lead, everybody's soul's lead. I listen to your higher self during the call, and I'm guided to work on what you're working on, because really when we follow that higher self version of ourselves, we get more results. It really, it's like a potent, powerful shift. That's what people are wanting, So I give the best 25 minutes of their life, really, that they could even want. I mean, I really put my whole heart and soul into these sessions, okay? And I think there's only 20 sessions. That's it. So, I hope, that's what I do. So most people I've been around for a while, so they know my work anyway. They know that they like my work. Most people could keep coming back and back. No, I really am true to what I do, and I really go in deep, and I'm just, what can I say? I just know how to work with you, okay? So I hope that explained it a little bit.
Well, I'm going to unpack it, and we're going to keep going, too, because there's a lot more. But, I think people that, know your work and they know maybe now's the time they may want to support what you're doing and get some support, which is what we love to do. It's all about regenerating, revitalizing, and it could be an area of concern. It could be jump-starting your complete system to bring in more harmony, maybe even connecting in more to things that don't serve you, and you want to move that harmony into a brighter space. It could also be clearing the energy completely, right? If we're going to have a new start or we're going to move into a new way of being, we want to clear that energy right now. And so a lot of that discordancy, we got to move forward. And it could even be an area of pain, discomfort, an area of uneasiness. Could be a financial area. I mean, you really work with whatever's there that's dense, you're going to work with. So it's not just focused on the title of the deeper work. It's all about whatever's going on, and you're here to serve. So there are 20 of those, and it is going to be a skyrocket, right? That's the goal, to skyrocket everybody. That's package C at this page, uwealthrevolution.com/Dawn, DAWN 23. So there is a lot here, and the cool thing about package C is everybody, you're going to get what's in A and what's in B, and you can get package C for just 2 payments of $124. But really quick, I want to go to everything in A and B. So here you're going to get into some pretty super sexy things, right? So tell me about these. You're going to get first into legs, and tell me what this is about. Why did we start with the legs?
Well, I just went with the order that I was guided, but just, basically I'm making it sound very basic, but it's actually deeper than this. When I say sculpt the thighs and legs and really, vein therapy elimination, there's a lot of people who've had situations and all kinds of vein issues. So this is going to help you on a deeper level, everybody, just for your health, okay? General health, okay? Just upgrading and really helping your health in all levels. And, of course, we're getting into the cellulite and the discoloration and all that, okay? So that's all with this as well. But this is also helping you on a physical level, too, everybody. It's not just – of course, I'd like to add in, why not look good and feel good, okay? But looking good means being healthy in our body, okay? So that's what I'm all about, okay? So that's number one, and then we have one for the arms, right, Darius, where we got sculpted arms. That's also helping like we just did now, we did a nice activation. This is also going to be in these MP3s. Okay, so you're going to have all the vibration, all the DNA upgrading, and all the cellular regeneration, and all the MP3s here. There's quite a few of them. I think there's like 8 of them plus a bonus, or the bonus is one of them. Yeah. And then after the arms, we'll do sculpt and tighten the arms, and the discoloration of the skin is a big one for people. Muscle tone. People want more muscle tone. They want to just smooth out the area. So this is just like a nice summer package for everybody. But I'm just letting everybody know it's deeper than that. Okay. It's really deeper on a very deep level to help you to be, you know, we want to feel, but we also want to be healthy in our bodies for the rest of our life. Okay. So I'm all about that because people know me. I'm a pain release expert. Okay. So I can help people out of pain pretty quickly, and it's all about clearing blockage out of your body and whatever else is that I see in the way. So tight buttocks, the buttocks is another one. Same thing. We're just going to do all the lessening of all the skin appearance, really, you know, helping the skin smooth out, looking less effects of cellulite. That's really cool, and I think that's awesome. And that's for men too. It's not just women, because men like to have nice, you know, skin and you know, areas. Maybe not, you know, the buttocks, but you know, yeah, I would say we want to be tight, right? So why not?
Yeah,
so
we really love.
I mean, why not?
You know,
yeah, I mean, it's men and women. This isn't just for women. You know,
my goal is a flabby butt, honestly. Just
You're
kidding.
so
No, I'm sure most people are like, yeah, I wouldn't mind being a little more toned everywhere.
You know,
no, I have no doubt.
I just want the men to know that this is for them too. This is not just for women.
Exactly.
Okay, this is for I'm all about men and women. I'm equally. So
yeah,
6-pack
we'd never
abs.
get mad
Okay,
at you for that, right?
No,
would never be disappointed.
I mean, I'm just here to serve everybody. Men, women, all of us are here. I'm just here to serve everybody, humanity. So 6-pack abs. Why not have a flatter stomach, more enhanced muscle tone? This is what men want. They're at the gym all the time trying to get this. So we're going to work on that. But that's also working more into your systems of your lymphatics and stuff like that, even though I don't put that on here. Lymphatic drainage and stuff like that, because that also has to do with our abs being smooth, okay? So that's also going to be addressed there, okay? And also just helping your organs in those areas. So remember how we're going a little deeper, and we're going to increase your metabolic rate and chisel. That's our next one. And that's basically, you know, it goes deeper there. So if you have some like I would say some surgeries or something in your organs, that's going to help there too. Really help that heal that area. So you're really getting a multi-purpose thing here going on here. It's not just about sexy body parts, okay, everybody? And then, of course, 5 is chiseled, sculpted face. And this is also going to help with, we just did some of that in our activation, but this is going to go deep too, sculpting your face, jawline, tightening your skin appearance. Those jowls are a big thing. I had to work on my jowls for years. Those are the little skin around your cheeks at the bottom of there. And a lot of people have that jowl area. This is really good with that. And this is going to help with, you know, really lightening up any discoloration or age spots. So people just kind of get that. And I know people who get age spots.
So much here.
Yeah. Well, there is. It is. And it's stem cell renewal. I mean, there's so much here. You know, wrinkle reduction. I mean, this all works. And the sun damage thing is huge, especially me. I live in the sun here. I'm not a sun worshiper, but, you know, just years in my younger days when I didn't know any better with the baby oil. I think everyone did the baby oil in the sun. So if you had one of those people with baby oil in the sun, you might have some skin damage. This is going to really help with that, okay? And this is really just going to just help with discoloration. So that's a very powerful module, just number 5, everybody in the whole package. I think that's 5. Yeah, 5. And then 6 is a really good one for the neck firm, because neck is really hard for people, even with surgeries, to get that nice firm neck. A lot of people have those little rings around their neck, so this is really going to help with that too.
Can I ask
a really
question,
hard area. Yeah.
Dawn, are you seeing people right now, maybe in the last couple of years, somehow accelerating aging or aging in different ways?
Absolutely.
I hear this a lot. I don't know. I'm not like watching everybody, but what is that about? What is it?
It's a temporary thing, because even I went through that for a while. Okay, you see me in my pictures, but I went through a little period where I was not looking so vibrant, and it was just like the old layer of me coming off, like the old cocoon. Okay, we have to shed some layers of ourselves. It's not so much the skin, but it's like before the butterfly becomes the butterfly. It's in a cocoon, right? And we are the same in our spiritual journey with our physical, and our physical is the densest part of our being, everybody. So it's going to maybe look a little bit like that for a while, but I just, you know, like I just knew it was temporary, and of course it disappeared and it left, and then I felt more vibrant afterwards. And that's kind of the process of life, really. Some of us are more conscious of it than others, you know, especially if you're really vibrant to begin with, like I am, you know. So when I notice that I'm going through a shift and I'm not looking so vibrant, I just try to be loving with myself. because I know that it's just temporary, you know?
It's like the caterpillar shedding the skin and becoming the butterfly. Yeah, well,
exactly.
this is
That's
it.
the
We
best
can
way to
all
put it.
be the butterfly and shed the old. You're also going into something else in Package A. I got to mention 30 days of remote energy healing, 24/7 from the date of purchase. So here you get into things that we didn't get to talk about, but this is where this goes deeper. Ancestral imprints, supercharging connection to abundance of the universe, clearing soul fragmentation. Tell me about soul fragmentation. I know you're very well versed in all this. What does that mean? Soul fragmentation.
It's just those things can happen. I had a lot of that just growing up because of the fact that I had so much trauma. Okay, just a disconnect in our energies and stuff. It just happens. It can happen from an accident, people. I mean, when I say that, people, I mean just everybody. It can happen from us just being jolted. A body to spirit disconnection. It can happen from trauma. A lot of times it can just happen from, it doesn't have to be trauma only to the body. I mean, it happens. A lot of people have had an accident. I know, because I actually do that work to help people reconnect. If there is any type of disconnection.
A piece of the soul just lingers there in
it just kind of disconnects. Yeah, it disconnects, and then we feel like we don't feel like we're totally maybe in the present moment, or we feel kind of like we're here, but we're really not. That's kind of a good way to describe it, you know? And again, I've been there myself, okay? So I definitely know what it is. And it can sometimes be, mainly it's a spirit to body disconnection. Sometimes I do clear, I don't want to get too technical, body to body disconnections too. We just kind of lose part of ourselves by some kind of trauma, you know, we don't lose, like for instance, our heart connection with the body just kind of disconnects and we're just feeling numbed out, you know? So I'm really good at just kind of reconnecting all aspects of our being into oneness. Okay, so that a lot of it is just from years of trauma, but you know it doesn't always have to be that way. Okay, trauma doesn't have to be major to be trauma. You know, I mean suppression. I've had some clients just being suppressed. You know, their family. You know, just unfortunately they grew up in a family that didn't have a voice. You know, and that they just shut themselves down. You know, all these years of just trying to survive. You know, that's trauma too in some ways. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be hit me over the head trauma. So we could get a disconnect from that. So it just varies per person. And yes, Darius, I know how to work with that per person, for sure.
Yeah, if this comes up for anyone, she's going to be working with it, which I love. We got more to cover. You also go through telomeres and stem cell renewal. All of this is in Package A. It's only $127, discounted summer special. It might as well be for normally $789. It's $127, and that's Package B. And I want to say this: you can add a friend or family member because we did get questions about this for Package A for just $47.
Oh, great. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Wonderful. That's really nice.
Yeah.
So we can help a loved one.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, to this access. The next thing I want to ask you about, you know, when you go into Package B, for those that may want to do that, you're going to do 2 live 60-minute group calls. Tell me about this. This is New Body.
Well, we've already done them. Yeah, they're already done, and they're already pre-recorded. Nice. We've just done them a few weeks ago, so everybody gets the active energies already in your library. That's already on the download page. Yeah.
Nice. So they're there. Tell me a little bit about what happened in these calls. What was going on?
Oh, I just I don't have them right in front of me here, Darius. I'm sorry, but each call was geared towards different outcomes, and I can tell you a lot of times I show up to these group calls, and I just am guided in that moment. You know what I mean? Of what to work on. So I think one of the calls was a really, really good one. I could tell you one of the calls. This is really probably worth of it all because I went really deep into the lymphatics system of the body. I think that was the first group call, and that is included. I've already given you guys have the recordings. That was really a good healing for everybody on the first one, and then I think that was the second one. But the first one, I think it was the first one. But and one of them, I did a really good energy reconnection cleanse and all that too with the anti-aging energy. So very deep. I went deep in those group calls, and again. The energies are still active, so you don't have to worry about, you know, just because I just recorded them. They're always active.
Yep, they're there, and I love it. You don't have to wait, so you can jump in and do it tonight or today or immediately.
Yeah.
All of that's there, and if you want to actually get in more time, maybe one-on-one, Package C is there as well. And it's all there. So let me read a few more comments. This is at uwealthrevolution.com/Dawn, DAWN23. Diane is asking, can we listen to the MP3s on silent? This is a question from Diana. If they are going through the program.
I'd like to say this. I'd like to people, my activations are very short, so like 10 minutes. I like to help people get the most out of the benefit of my work. Of course, if you're deaf, of course, it doesn't matter, right? They're geared towards that anyway. But if anybody has a pair of earbuds, you could listen to those for 10 minutes with your earbuds on. That's really the best benefit of my work. Of course, if you don't have earbuds, they still work. You just listen to them close by. Now, I know that people have asked, and some of my work, not so much this program, if they can listen to them for their pets and stuff. And yes, I always tell them if you have any of your pets benefit from any of my work, please listen, put them on low in the background, not by them, just low in the background. You can, this one is not so much geared for pets, but there is some people ask. And then children, the same thing would be background low. You don't need to put these headset or anything on the children, but I don't think this is really geared too much for children. But, there's some of my stuff that is. So if they could have a pair of earbuds, Darius, it's a 10-minute activation. It's really your time for you. I take it as a meditation, okay? I think that we all should spend, my guess is at least 10 minutes a day for ourselves. So if you could find that little 10-minute me time, there's nothing long and drawn out here, everybody. You could get a really powerful activation with me. There's no fluff in my work in 10 minutes, okay? So that's just how I'm going to leave it at that. But, of course, it's their free will, whatever they want to do. I'm just trying to get them the most benefit.
Yes. Well, it is all there. I want to read a few more comments coming in from folks all over the world. One beautiful story wrote in, thank you, Dawn and Darius, amazing healing energy and your tremendous generosity. During the group process, I felt butterflies in my tummy, felt wonderful energy. So interesting. I'm feeling a buzz, numbing and tingling in my cheeks, just like Darius said, around the eyes. Yeah, I took a picture. I mean, it's kind of wild. Definitely to me looks more vibrant. She said, I felt heat and tingling during the process, was holding my daughter in my lap throughout the healing. And, she said, I showed my little daughter a photo of Dawn and she said, she looks beautiful. She wants to see you
I love
again,
her.
Dawn. She loves
Thank
the
you.
sounds that Dawn makes while she is healing everyone. So, wow.
Wow. Thank you.
I love it. Oh, I love it. Well, Dawn, I want to go to a few more questions.
Very intuitive. Kids are very intuitive and very real, for sure.
Yeah, they really are. They really are. And, they know good souls, and they're aware of dark souls. Yeah, I think it's like, take all the people in the world and just show them pictures, and they'll be like, oh, yeah, that guy's icky. Yeah, watch that guy. They'll probably be better at picking humans on the planet than we are, to lead whatever, these organizations are. It's like, I mean, come on, kids would see it. Yeah. Well, let me get to a few more questions. It's all here, and check it out. We're going to be helping a lot of people. Now, Linda wrote into us. She's got a concern. She says, my goal, Dawn, this summer is to restore my heart, my mind after a very difficult few years, where I felt as if I was aging rapidly and degenerating every single day on a physical, emotional, mental level. Can you suggest a daily reminder and reset to stay on track with this uplifting? Yeah, it's a great question. Like, what could we all do maybe to do a little bit of that uplifting every day?
Well, I'm a big grounder, okay? I'm all about sitting on the earth, okay? I know that, depending where we have winter and stuff, but I always spend at least an hour a day sitting on the earth, okay? And I'm busy too, just like everybody else. But I just feel like if you're near the elements. I mean, I'm very grateful that I live in Hawaii. I'm by all the elements, wind, fire. I got the ocean, I got everything here. So I do try to spend an hour with my dog at the beach if I can, because that's really nourishing for me. But not everybody has, everybody has their own thing of nourishment. I just find that being really connected with the earth and really just, being in just acceptance of who we are, even if we're looking old for that moment. It's just to just accept who we are at that moment, because I can tell you, it's just like the clouds in the sky, everybody. Yes, we may look old for a while. I've been there. It just comes and goes. And the more that we can, it goes like the clouds. The clouds come, and then they leave, and we don't have to worry about it. They just leave anyway. And that's the same thing with what happens with us. Everything here is just totally moving and shifting and changing at all times. Without us trying to or not, our paths keep evolving, okay? We're all on the path. But it's just sometimes we get too much involved in it. We kind of we don't let things just flow. You know what I'm saying? But it just comes into right now this time of age of being really just accepting of who we are, just loving ourselves, who we are, even if we're not perfect, even if we're 10 pounds overweight for the moment. It's not going to be like that forever. We can have goals. But it's not to always sit here and try to nitpick, and I don't like this and I don't like that, because I know how the universe works. You know, it's going to give us more of what we don't want. You know, so I'd like to say we got to kind of sit and just be, just be as who we are for that moment, even if it's not perfect. You know,
so
just thank our bodies for just holding us on this planet.
Yeah.
You know, thank our bodies for going through all this stuff that we're going through, even if it's physically. You know, our bodies take on so much, and look at how supportive our bodies are with us, everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing our bodies, how much it endures with us. So we got to give our bodies some credit here, okay? It's coming into more gratitude and more acceptance and love with ourselves. And I know it's hard, but we could start small. We could start with just a 10 minutes a day, and it grows.
Yes.
And then we become more in gratitude, and then things grow. But of course we have goals. Of course I think that we should work on that healthy, sexy body, okay? But I do find that sometimes we forget that we should just be grateful for us being in this body in this lifetime. And I just know that there's so many souls on the other side wish they had a body to be in this lifetime in. You know, I know the other side. So, you know, it can go deep. That's all.
It can go deep. I love that you say that the bodies can change. We can look one way one day like a cloud in the sky that then changes and morphs the next day. And you know what's interesting is it's holding that judgment that you don't want to do. Like if your hip is hurting or your leg is hurting or you don't feel as good or your shoulder's hurting, you feel worn and tired. Don't say, I am this, I am that, I am getting this, I am getting that. And I see so many people do that. And I have friends who, when they were, 15 years ago, were saying, oh, I'm getting old. And now they are really in a rough spot. So we want to not do that at any age. I had friends, my gosh, when they turned 30, they were talking about how old they were. You know, it's like, come on, man. Now you'd love to be 30. So it's all relative, and it's all very much about what we are choosing to create in those words. Like I said in the opening, I don't know if you heard it, I said the most important word that you have potentially in your life is what you put after the two words, I am, right? It's like, I am old, I am rejuvenating, I am young, I am resetting, I am always transforming, I am morphing, I am shifting. I love the idea of the clouds. We are always shifting, we're always moving, we're always morphing, we're always reassembling, reorganizing matter. We're reorganizing who we are, what we are in any moment, and we choose. So do not give up, do not let it go, do not give up the joy of creation. All right, a lot of people writing in. Yes, I love that. Thank you, Dawn, for that. I am like the clouds, always changing, always morphing, always becoming what I choose to be. Wow. Oh, I love it. Dawn,
love it.
Tell me a little bit about what we need to do in these times, because there's no doubt there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of wild energies, a lot of things probably coming. Yeah. What do you recommend so that our bodies stay ahead of all the things we may move into summer, fall, and beyond?
I just think that, we should, number one, I'm one of these people who are kind of haven't been able to do that. I think we need to pencil on our calendar, everybody, at least I would say an hour a week of just time for ourselves. 1 hour a week. Just being with us. If it's going to do something fun or being in nature. I really feel that a lot of us neglect that because we have families and we have businesses to run or whatever we need to do. Number two, I think that, just in general, I mean, we don't always get to eat a healthy diet, but I think just being conscious and just being more aware of what we put in our bodies, because I do really feel that, I'm not one to always eat organic food, but I can tell you, I do try to make conscious choices on the go. Okay. Cause I am a person who is on the go a lot, but it's just to be more conscious of that. Our bodies are doing the best they can, going through these big shifts and changes on our planet right now. But we also need to support the denser part of our being, which is our bodies, as it's doing this transition. Okay, so just by being loving with ourselves, giving ourselves self-love, penciling a little bit of a time for ourselves once a week. If it means to walk in nature, it means to sit at the beach or wherever you live in the world. It could be in nature. Just being with you, just for you, just 1 hour for you a week. And I know it might sound like a big thing, but it actually makes a huge shift. Okay. I just think the world needs more love right now, Darius, and I think that it starts with us. Yes,
I agree. Very
it
wise.
Makes a huge difference.
Yes, very wise, and also bringing that love in for ourselves, right?
Exactly.
For all of us. Well, if you want to go deeper with what Dawn is doing, check it out. uwealthrevolution.com/Dawn, DAWN23. As I always say, it's a new dawn, right? A new dawn. And in the dawn, the clouds are never the same. You don't have to be the same as you were or as you see yourself to be right now. You can always transform. You can always change. You're always morphing, moving. The cells are dynamic. I think the energies we are are dynamic. Our spirit is dynamic. Dawn, thank you for being here. This was truly awesome.
I love being here with you, Darius. Thank you for allowing me to come back and be part of the Soul family. And I just want to say thank you to everybody being here. And I hope I helped somebody on some level today. Really help you on whatever you were needing, even if it was beyond the sexy, healthy parts that we worked on. I hope I really helped you really heal something deep within you, because these calls are so beyond what we're talking on. It's really coming into self-love and self-healing within ourselves. So I hope somewhere I touched you and brought the energy of light to you. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Dawn. We love you. And that is the amazing Dawn Crystal. Check it out. And if you are feeling like you want to rejuvenate, this is the thing, right? It flows into everything we do. So, think of your life, think of your energy, think of your finances, think of, your body, your soul, your mind, your viewpoints, your fixed points, your belief systems like clouds, right? They can always be shifted, always can change. And what's even more amazing is some people actually, if you've ever seen like cloud forming, people will literally look at clouds through intention and hold the image of something they want the clouds to actually shift shape into. I used to do this with my shaman training, and we were shifting clouds. And my shaman teacher told me how to do it, and we do it. We shift clouds with our intention. So you see, this is all coming full circle. We can shift everything with intention. I believe that, and I want you to try it today. And go get a mirror. Tell me what it looks like. And no matter what it looks like, give yourself some big love from me, from You Wealth Revolution, from Dawn Crystal, and from all of our ancestors, elders, and beings who brought us life on this planet here today. By going before us, we deserve to feel love in our hearts for ourselves. Much love, everyone. Check it out. If you want one-on-one help, we've got 20 spaces now available, maybe a little bit less, but jump in, check it out, and rejuvenate yourself. Look and feel as sexy, vibrant, and rejuvenated as you truly deserve to be. And doesn't matter your age, that vibrancy is the energy, the fruit, the nectar of life, and let it flow. Much love. We'll see you in the next UL session. Take care, everyone. I love you.